So conclusion, why you may have a soul tie. Certainly I could have started with this, but I think it's much more important now. So Matthew 13:24 to 28. Another parable he put forth to them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is like a man who sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. But when the grain had sprouted and produced a crop, then the tares also appeared. So the servants of the owner came and said to him, sir, did you not sow good seed in your field? How then does it have tares? He said to them, an enemy has done this. And what this basically means, and it goes on for longer, there's a solution aspect of it too, but I didn't want to bring that in. What this means is some enemies sold a different vision for your life. If you're going back and forth into prison, someone sold a different vision for your life. Someone said you will be better suited as a person to go back and forth into prison versus God having a different vision for you. And he gave you gifts and talents, right? He might have called you to an assignment to someone or whatever. And so either you knew what your gifts and talents were and decided to not not support that ideal, or you never got the chance to discover your gifts and talents while you were free, and you might have discovered them while you were in prison, and you realize now you won't be able to use them in the way that you want to use them. It's not if your gift and talent was writing or teaching, or like mine, you can still teach and write in prison, especially if you are a lifer, 25 years or more. You can still do it and you can still find some kind of fulfillment. You're going to be in prison doing it and you are among death. It's death. However, you can get free in your mind if you're not free in your body at the time, in your physical person. But if you are struggling with drugs, if you are struggling with any other type of addiction, sexual addiction or anything like porn addiction, if you are struggling with homelessness, if you're struggling with anger, any type of struggling that you haven't resolved and haven't confronted or anything like that, that's something that an enemy sold. Someone could have said to you in your childhood, you'll never amount to anything. And then you took it and believed it and then fulfilled it, right? And you became nothing. Someone might have introduced you to drugs, right, early. You have a lot of incidences where some of these young teenagers are giving their nephews and nieces um, some marijuana, and they're smoking it on camera. Okay, well, if they give you something like that, and then here it is, you are at toddler form all the way up into young adult, you're going to be struggling with that for the rest of your life until you get help. If you had exposure to alcohol very early, sometimes your parents gave you champagne and gave you a little bit of wine at a dinner party or something like that, then you're going to find yourself struggling with that later. If you move from house to house, not by your own volition, but your parents, you were always homeless or something like that, that's a belief system. And so eventually that belief system is going to pass to you and you're going to adopt it and execute it. Those are different visions. The true vision is for you to go to school, do your chores, leave the house, get a job, pay for yourself as an adult, buy your own clothes. That's a vision. That alone is a life vision. You can have something else attached to it, like go to school. You have a dream in your heart that you want to commit to. You can have other things that come along as a result, but the but a basic, simple path vision that you have for yourself. Uh, Go get a job, keep your own place, pay for your own place. Thing that's a vision. But when you find yourself doing something other than the normal, and people like to challenge the normal, what's normal, things like that. Normal is normal. Standard is standard. Values are values. When you see yourself doing something other than that, other than you have moved into destructive behavior, that's an enemy who has sold a different vision for your life. So now you're going to have to take that vision back renounce it, uh, pray against it, rebuke it, and then move into the vision that God already has for your life so that you can commit to it and obey it and comply with it. It don't make any sense for you to obey the prison system. You give more obedience and compliance and support and love and ride or die mentality to the prison system and not to even your own self, even if you didn't believe God. Even if you didn't believe in God, you don't even advocate for yourself. God is your greatest advocate. He will advocate on your behalf. He will open doors that no one can close. He will give you the wisdom that you need to carry out your dreams and carry out anything that you're trying to accomplish for yourself. As much as you have trusted the prison system, why not trust God? Because the prison system, you need to perceive the prison system as an enemy to you, enemy to your plan, enemy to your life, the prison system should not be perceived as a friend. It may be something that you see that could be a blessing, that had you stayed out, you might have ended up dead or something like that. You might be able to perceive it like that, but you can't live in that mentality too long because you'll find yourself back in prison. All right, so now that you've gotten to the end, this is you can visit, subscribe, and follow. My website is reginawhyfavors.com. Then you can visit my YouTube channel, youtube.com// at Regina Y Favors. And then I have an author store, reginawhyfavorsauthor.com. I also have other types of websites as well. So thank you very much for listening.